personal art for you because of what's happened?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Like, there's no way people can just get away with putting their hands on me, and that's just, you're getting a free.
More of it, that's for sure. And everybody wants to show some respect to each other. And let's see with the fight where it should happen in the ring.
That means they get to see it again, maybe, and they get another go at it. So, yeah, it's not. It's still a bitter pill to swallow. It's not a lot.
Fight business, and it's just made it even bigger. And we wait to see what happens next. And I'm a storyteller, and I love the interest and intrigue in matchups. And I think this is a fight that the casuals will just revel in. Is it controversial? Have we already seen controversy?
You know, I think when you're getting poked like that in a face-to-face, you know, after a while the temper goes, and it's good. You know, I think it's going to be that.
I mean, this got to a point where Fabio is stumbling around. He's not even aware of his surroundings, it doesn't look like. The doctors are checking on him round after round. And, you know, I said Daniel had big stones to get off the canvas. Fabio Wardley's got a chin of iron because he ate some absolute nukes. Shots that put Anthony Joshua on the floor from Daniel Dubois and probably would have put a lesser man in the hospital that night. I mean, I'm sure Fabio's in the hospital now, but
slight difference, fighting a world champion, a legitimate world champion for a title, and beating a world champion who's already a world champion. And Fabio Wardley hasn't beat a current world champion to be the champion, has he?
Neglected all of his little bit of boxing skill, what he's learned over the white collar and through the fights that he's been involved in. I mean, he's had a fantastic career, and I don't think this is the end of Fabio Wardley at all, but he showed that he's a bit naive and a bit green. Like I said, his attacks were very crude. I don't know what Ben Davison should have been telling him. Stop throwing that overhand right from out of range. He's looking for the knockout punch. He's not even got his feet in range.
Fabio was not ready for boxing. He was no jab, nothing, looking for power shots. It's like he didn't train. He was too busy commentating. Little bastard. He was supposed to fucking train in the gym. Dude, how many jabs did Fabio chuck?
It's the first half of the fight, he kept his shape. You know, the jabs working, dominant head to body, kept slinging that big right hand over the top. Now and again, he's whipped up the middle. He had good feet for a big guy, good feet. And I thought, you look the part. But then there was no plan B that he could rely on if that didn't work. And you saw from round 6, he lost his shape. The shape had gone because there was no plan B. You know, when he get hit, it was like he completely turned. And trust me, this boy's got no coward.
Fabio Wardley just confronted Daniel Dubois at the airport after getting brutally knocked out. This isn't some Twitter beef or press conference drama. This is a fighter who lost control after taking serious damage, and what happened next has the entire boxing world talking.
But I don't think he should fight. I genuinely don't think he should take that rematch. I think that's too dangerous. I genuinely think he took way too much punishment, and that was so severe. If I were him, I'd never.
Here's what witnesses are saying. Emotions completely boiled over. What should have been recovery time turned into absolute chaos. And look, when you see a fighter this rattled after a knockout, it tells you everything about how bad that beating really was.
I've never seen a heavyweight fight that captivating, that entertaining, round after round, backwards and forwards. The heart on these guys, the balls, the bravery. That's what you want to pay. That's what you want to. We hope every time we tune in for a heavyweight championship, you're getting that type of energy. They both gave everything they had. I could watch that.
Frank Warren is not happy at all. He's calling this incident a disaster for boxing's image. And when a promoter like Warren is publicly disappointed, you know this crossed every line. The concern in his voice says it all. This went way too far.
What a warrior he is, and came through that test. You know, coming off the back of a loss, I was a bit nervy to start off with and a bit all over the place, but I pulled it together and got the victory.
But here's where it gets wild. Wardley is trying to spin this whole thing as a learning experience. He admits he couldn't figure out Dubois during the fight, couldn't adjust, got outclassed, and that frustration, it clearly followed him all the way to the airport.
Fabio Wardley has got a heart as big as a bucket, and some of the punches he took last night, he may not come back from, because he was taking right hands, he was eating them so flush. it was quite brutal to watch at times. I actually felt sorry for Fabio.
Now listen to this part. Adam Smith thinks controversy like this actually helps boxing, builds bigger storylines, makes more money. So while Warren's worried about the sport's image, others see dollar signs. That's the fight business for you. Eddie Hearn breaks down exactly how we got here. Says the verbal pressure and provocation built up over time. All that anger and spite, it was great for promotion, until it exploded into real-world drama that nobody wanted to see.
It was just incredible. I couldn't believe what I was watching at times there. I mean, listen, it was all going wrong at the start, wasn't it? When Fabio put him down a couple of times, but Daniel showed the heart of a lion in there, got it together, got behind his jab, and really started busting Fabio up. And by the way, Fabio Wardley is...
And get this, the commentary team was seriously worried about Wardley's condition during the fight, talking about hospital-level damage, visible disorientation, the kind of punishment that changes a fighter's brain chemistry. That explains the airport meltdown.
What a hard man. So is Daniel Dubois. Two very, very tough, strong men going at it for the world heavy.
Here's the brutal truth nobody wants to say. Multiple experts think Wardley's career might be cooked. The punishment he absorbed was too severe. His fundamentals are lacking. And after taking that kind of damage, can he ever be the same fighter again? Carl Frock got technical about it. Says Wardley's got no jab, wrong range, terrible setup, just throwing wild power shots hoping they land. Against elite heavyweights like Dubois, that gets you hurt. Badly. And we saw exactly what happens next. But here's the craziest part. Despite all this drama, Daniel Dubois actually visited Wardley in the hospital afterward. Shows real respect between them outside the ring. Even after the airport confrontation. Even after all that violence and chaos. So where does this leave both careers? Wardley might need a long break or should seriously consider stepping away. The brain can only take so much. Dubois proved he's ready for elite heavyweight superstardom. This fight changed everything for both men. So here's my question for you, drop it in the comments. Should there be a rematch, or is Wardley done at the elite level? Do you think the airport incident crossed the line, or is this just fighters being emotional after war? If this breakdown opened your eyes to what really happened, smash that like button, subscribe for more boxing drama, and hit notifications because heavyweight boxing just got a whole lot crazier. I'll see you in the next one.